Good morning, and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question to the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.radio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
All right, it's Coffee Ann on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday morning. It is September 19th. My name is Joe Callahan, and at the Coffee Ann table, we'll say good morning to Linda Thibault. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning.
And Ed Carew from the Carew Investment Group. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
Ed wasn't listening when I did my horse joke this morning.
It wasn't.
No.
No?
What do you, wait a minute, I gotta say it
Good.
exactly right. I said, okay, what do you call a well-balanced horse? Stable. There you go. There you go. Thanks, Trigger. Okay. A little slow in the uptake there.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I didn't get it either. I mean, I got it once he said
Once
it.
he said it.
No, but
You would,
yeah.
you think I would think of a stable.
And a
Yeah,
horse.
yeah.
It's perfect.
Oh, because I never call it a stable. I call it a barn.
This is true.
Well, the stables are in the barn, right?
What is this?
The stalls are in the barn.
The stall?
The stalls are a stable.
What's the difference
right?
between a stable and a barn? Then?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I would think
All right.
that the stable and the barn is probably the same thing.
One and the
Could be.
same. Okay.
Alrighty. Anyway, fascinating conversation.
Yeah,
Okay, Ed, it's time,
Yes.
time for our first message from the Carew Investment Group. Please.
I'll give you a stable report.
Could you? That would be awesome.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. Good morning, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Are you retired or retiring soon? Well, that's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, give me a call, or you can call Paul, my son, at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. Okay, quick little research of what is a stable.
Okay.
A building in which domestic animals are sheltered and fed. So
barn.
stable and barn,
Barn,
can
same
be
thing.
used interchangeably, Ed.
Okay. Thank you.
That's what I thought.
All right. First thing I want to bring up this morning and over to Ed, because I always like to break things down into the simplest forms. And sometimes
That's why they
I'm
come to me.
That's right. Sometimes
Simplest
I'm right.
form.
Sometimes
I'm
I'm
like
right.
an amoeba.
But sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. Okay, the UAW strike is in its fourth day.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, well, I guess so.
All right. Looks like it's going to go on for a couple of weeks. Now, they wanted 40% raise. They last I heard, they were offered 21% raise. But either way, okay, the raises that they're going to get, and they'll get something, won't this raise the prices of Ford and GM cars and Chevy cars? And therefore, people like us will now look at the Ford and the GM cars and say they're too expensive, and we'll now just shift over and we'll get Hondas and Toyotas.
Bingo!
Oh, I am right. See, you break it down to the simplest form. And so therefore, if we're not buying those cars, we go back to the UAW workers, and now we're going to lay you off. Because now people are not buying the cars that you're building because you want too much money.
Yeah.
I got it right again, huh?
You got it right again. You're amazing.
Wow, how about that?
Super Joe.
See, now you've been teaching him.
But they don't seem to. They don't seem to be looking at that out there in the Midwest. All they want is, I want my money.
Well, some of the cars that are going to be shifted and will no longer be built in the U.S., they're going to shift them down to Mexico where it's less expensive to build a car.
Wow.
It's like the textile mills of yesterday. Huh?
Yeah,
They all
yeah,
went south. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. How long now that's going on for like a week? We heard someone on our national news, one of the striking workers, say it looks like we're going to go at least like another 2 weeks or so. So you see it going that long?
Well, yeah, they probably will, but they're not doing it like, okay, we're just walking out of all of the
No, it's
the
here
plants.
and here and here.
Well, that's so they can preserve the union's funds, so they don't have to pay out everybody.
All right.
They don't have the money,
yeah.
So they'll strike this plant at Ford and this plant at GM and this plant here. but only like one or maybe two. We're not going to just like do a mass walkout and have to pay our people.
Everybody. Yeah.
So we'll let some of them work. So,
Well, it's very well organized, huh? That's why they call it organized labor.
That's what they call it. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But the last I heard, have you heard more when the management offered up to 21% raise for them, or has that gone up?
not that I know of.
Okay, so it went from 14 or 16 up to 21 so far. That's a pretty good raise, 21%.
Yeah, but it's not all in 1 year, right?
No, it's not all in one
It's
year.
in over 4 years.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, we
Yeah.
don't really know all the terms.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it
the
means
terms
still
are subject
it's
to
still a
change.
substantial raise.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I kind of agree with the workers is, and I heard it last week, the CEO of Ford, and I can't remember his name, makes $40 million a year.
Yeah.
$40 million.
Yeah.
Can we cut that down to one? I think he can live on one, and take that $39 million and throw it back in, and maybe spread that money amongst the workers. And I'm sure they're thinking that. We want, you're making that much money. Do you really
They
need
are,
$40 million
yeah.
a year?
Yeah. Well, they are thinking about the 40 million. I don't think they're thinking it should be 1 million because I don't
Okay.
think that would be reasonable.
All right.
I mean, don't forget about how many people these companies employ. So it's not like you're running a little corner store somewhere. There are many people, and you're dealing with many other companies. You're dealing with the steel companies. You're dealing with guys that make seats, guys that make nuts and bolts, guys that all kinds of things, software. So I'm not saying he's worth 40 million. I don't think anybody is. Even baseball
just
players
the
aren't worth
athletes.
40 million.
No, they're worth $209 million.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the athletes.
But I mean, $1 million I don't think is an appropriate pay for somebody that is responsible, for
right.
everything that he is. But that's part of it. They're looking at it and saying, you guys got a big raise you guys made a lot of money during the pandemic because you didn't have to discount your cars. Whatever you had, you sold.
Yep.
Usually at a markup, but that was the dealer that did the markups, all that kind of stuff. So that's part of what they're saying. They're looking at what you got while we got nothing.
Yeah.
We want our share
want ours.
now.
Do you see it going in the way of, well, we're just going to make the assembly line as automated as possible,
Well, of course.
Yeah.
and then we can get rid of you and you and you and a few of the others here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I'm not against anybody getting more money for their work,
All right.
but they want more money and less hours,
Less hours.
and a
And-
pension
and-
and
yeah.
and I don't know what else.
Yeah.
I'm not privy to all of the little things we're not hearing about. We're only hearing about the big
the
things
big
that they
things they
want.
want,
yeah.
I'm sure that there's other stuff there.
Yeah.
They probably want,
More vacation time.
well, maybe, but they're probably looking at having some kind. I know that they don't want to have layoffs. They're concerned that with electric vehicles take less manpower to produce because you don't have
Really?
you don't have as many parts, engines and stuff like that. It's software, not mechanical things that'll break down. So they're concerned about that. And it's a legitimate concern. So we'll see what comes out of that.
Okay. The Feds are meeting this week.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Anything going to come of this?
Are they going to do what?
Anything going to come of it?
No.
No. Okay. We're just going to get
No
have some
interest
pizza.
rate increase.
You heard it here first. All right. Well, that's good.
Write that
We
down.
look for that. Other things coming out this week. I saw the August housing numbers. They'll be out this week.
They come out the August ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are numbers that come out every week, but
Yeah.
the August figures come out this week. Yeah.
And what's the Flash PMI?
Flash.
the Marvel superhero?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just a number that comes out, quickly to get you some information.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Ed's got his eyes on a lot of things this week.
I know.
Keep your eye on the auto workers out there. So, not only did the Patriots lose on Sunday, there was a few firefighters in the audience one from Johnston, who helped revive another fan.
Right.
And then we had another fan pass away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was
Got to a fight.
the fight. Yeah.
And reminds you of the good old days of the 70s. When there used to be
That only
fights there
happened at
all
hockey
the time.
games.
No, all it takes is, well, as it's in the fourth quarter, all it takes is a few beers. And I can see someone saying, complaining about our friend Mac Jones, but someone else is going to defend him. And now,
Yeah.
now the fisticuffs
Yeah.
start.
I know.
And so a man from Newmarket, New Hampshire, 53 years old. He's there with his boys. And
Teach him.
now, we don't know, and who started this?
Right.
Who starts the argument with the and then who's throwing the punches first? Well, they're investigating. They don't know just yet, so we will find out. But I guess he took at least one shot to the head, and it knocked him out. And he never regained consciousness. Like, wow,
Yeah.
just crazy, huh?
Yeah. And that it was late, so there were probably several beers involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And the team's losing.
yeah.
And they're not happy,
Yeah.
and things are not going well. And I've been at different events, and all it takes is one comment against your favorite guy,
Yeah.
and people get all upset. You can't
Yeah.
say that about my favorite player.
But is he really anybody's favorite guy right now?
Well, maybe it's not about Mac. Maybe
Oh,
it's about,
yeah.
I don't know, somebody
Yeah, it
else,
could be
or
somebody.
it's a Patriot fan against a
Just
Dolphin
a
fan.
Dolphin fan. Yeah.
That's another
That's
possibility.
probably more
Yeah.
likely than not. Yeah.
And maybe the Dolphin fan.
Especially the Patriot fans that get frustrated and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one that passed away is a season ticket holder. He's been going for 30 years, so he's got to be the Patriot fan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, and I can see because I know when Dave's watching, he's yelling at them all the time.
and it helps, doesn't it?
Yes, it helps him. But my poor little Nellie, she's like, did I
Coward.
do something
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah.
I said,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't. No, it's Pa.
Calm down, Daddy.
Yeah.
I don't go to many games that are where my team is the away team in any sport. But when I have, I know not to wear the colors of my team. I don't need aggravation from the hometown fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
It happened one time. I was in Worcester. The Providence Bruins were playing, I think, the Worcester Ice Cats at the time, is what their name was, and I was there with a couple other guys, and the Bruins scored, and we just all went, we jumped up, yeah, all right, and the whole section turned around and looked at us. Yeah, we're rooting for the Bruins. Okay, we'll just sit down now. And the Bruins won that game, by the way.
Yeah. Did you contain yourself or?
No, we were pretty happy that they kept
Yeah.
scoring, and they left us alone, of course,
Yeah.
because their team was doing nothing. The only other play I remember this time, a trip down to Hartford. Remember the Hartford Whalers?
Yes.
Okay, the Hartford Whalers were playing the Boston Bruins. Well, that basically was a home game for the Bruins.
Yeah.
There were no Whaler fans
Yeah.
there at all. It was
Really?
it was amazing. So, just but if I ever get the chance to go to Yankee Stadium to watch a Red Sox Yankees game, I am not wearing a Red Sox jersey or hat.
Or special Yankee. Yeah. Yeah.
I won't wear Yankee stuff either, but,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll sit,
yeah.
what I'm wearing is just fine now, and I'll
Yeah.
sit there, and when the Red Sox score, it'll be a golf clap. Yay. Yay for us. Yay. Keep it low key and like that, so I don't need the aggravation.
No.
So, anyway, but that's too bad. So they're still
It is a
investigating
shame.
that death
It- you know,
that took
it-
place
it's a
Sunday night
shame.
at Foxborough. And kudos to the Johnston firefighter who helped out
Yes.
and revived the other guy
Yes.
in the
yeah.
stands. So
Yeah.
that's a great story there. Do the Patriots win on Sunday against the Jets? Linda? She says no. She's shaking her head. Ed, did the Patriots beat the Jets on Sunday?
Can they? But will they?
Where are they playing?
Meadowlands.
Meadowlands. I don't know. I'm going to go out on a limb and say yes.
Oh, very good.
Good.
Okay,
The-
but I'm more sure that the Fed won't raise interest rates than I am that the Patriots will beat the Jets.
All
you know?
right. The possibility that the Patriots
you
win
think?
are really good. I don't think the Jets are the team they thought they were going to be when they had
Well,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers,
and they
right.
lost against Dallas, although Dallas is a really
Yeah.
good team. So, but it's tough. They're going to be at home. But Patriots 51 to 49%. I think the
Did
Patriots win.
anybody tell the Patriots that, though?
I don't think so. All right.
You're going to win.
We're going to take a break here in the Coffee and program, so it's time for a second message from Ed Carew. Ed?
Okay, thanks again, Joe. Good morning again, everyone. Ed Carew here of the Carew Investment Group at 68 Cumberland Street in Woonsocket. Our telephone number is 765-8880. And if you're looking for an investment firm that puts you first and works hard on your behalf, I'd like you to consider us. We're right here in Woonsocket. We've been in business since 1987. So you don't have to go out of town for an experienced advisor or work with an advisor based in Boston or New York or who knows where, probably someone you're never going to meet. And we encourage our clients to come to the office and sit down with us as often as they like. Why? Because we like to do business the old-fashioned way. We want to get to know you on a more personal basis so that we're more attuned to your financial needs. So if you're interested in speaking with us for a free, no-obligation consultation and find out more about how we'll invest your money, you can call me or Paul at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
Thanks, Ed. And the Coffee and program will continue here on ON Radio. Comments and questions can be called in at 766-1240.
For an Allstate agent, providing protection options that fit your life is something they take, well, personally. Allstate agents are committed to learning about your needs and helping customize protection to meet them. From bundling your home and auto insurance with ease to evaluating optional coverage, your Allstate agent can help build an insurance proposal that fits your life. And just as important as learning what you need is learning what you don't. Because helping you get coverage you want with savings you deserve is what Allstate is all about. It's time to get coverage that's catered to you. Are you in good hands? Call Kara and Celeste Benjamin at the Benjamin Agency. One agency, two locations in North Smithfield and Bellingham. One telephone number, 765-5000. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Allstate Property and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
We're always here for you. ON Radio.
It is Coffee and here on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. We had a note that was called in at 766-1240. Caller says, yes, the Pats will win on Sunday. So, okay.
Thank
like
you for
that,
sharing that.
Gonna like that confidence. All righty.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to get Linda upset, but I think I'm going to.
Boo hiss.
Sorry,
Oh, no.
sorry, Linda.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So we talked last week about the Hallowell School and how they found a lot more
Yeah.
asbestos there,
Yes,
and
they
how it's
did.
going to cost another $78,000
Yeah,
to clean it out. And now I'm hearing they're going to get that money from the new senior center. Did you hear that?
No, I did not.
Ooh, oh.
They probably knew that would upset me. I don't think they can because it's
Earmarked for you guys?
it is.
Okay.
It's an earmark.
Do I have? Nope, that's the police station. Dave mentioned to me off the.
Paul
He
Zwansky?
said, bring this up because that's what he's heard. That they're the money that they will use to pay for the asbestos removal from the Hallowell School will be taken from the money they will use to build the new senior center.
Who said that? Do you know?
I heard it from Dave, who told me. I don't know who he heard it from.
Well, when I leave here, I'll
Look into that.
Look into that. I can assure you I will be, yes.
Try to put a
Yeah.
stop to that and say, go get the money someplace else.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because they have money. The town has money.
Yeah, they got it from the senior center.
Yeah,
They already
yeah.
have money earmarked for that.
I don't see how, that was an earmark grant.
Okay.
That $4 million was an
Specifically.
earmark grant for a senior center. I mean, unless they can say, well, it's just, we need to knock the building down to put up the senior center. The building that's loaded with asbestos and all that is not even the place that I saw in the design of where they were going to put it.
Okay.
That's a very big property.
Yeah. All right.
30, I don't know, 30 acres, a lot of acres. I will check into that.
All right, and if anyone can look into it, it'll be Linda.
Sure, you're right.
And yesterday we talked about will the referendum for the town of North Smithfield had to make a decision yesterday to put the police station situation on the ballot,
Yeah.
whether or not they want to build the new one in back
Yeah.
of the old one right now, and they were concerned that not enough people will come out and vote.
Yeah.
So we'll only have a very small percentage of people voting on whether or not the town should move the police station. Some are saying it's such an important issue, we should wait another year. It'll be a presidential election next year. We'll have a lot more people coming out to vote.
Except-
Should we wait to then?
Well, they really can't because the trust is saying either fix it or, a lot of money is going in, throwing good money out after bad with the old Bushy School. And the trust is saying fix it or there'll be no place for the police to be. So I
Okay.
don't think waiting is the answer. But, that always happens with special interest groups, like that don't want that to happen. Would be inclined to say the only people that are going to show up are the people that want it, that are going to vote for it. So go, I think that's why that person wants to come to my committee meeting.
Okay, Dave sent me another message here, clarifying what he told me. Maybe I just heard it incorrectly. He said, I didn't say that. Said the money they would use to adapt Scouters Hall for seniors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that exactly means.
That's the $4 million
It is.
earmark grant. Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to call Paul.
I'm calling town
Swansky,
administrator.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
said the
will.
money they would use to adapt Scouters Hall for seniors will be used to remove the asbestos. Linda's not happy.
There's fixing to be some, what.
Some words are spoken, huh? All right, so yeah, look into that, Linda. will you? All right, and another story. And how about this? We have all these migrants coming
Yes.
in, and they're being housed in Massachusetts in different hotels. They're up here in Foxborough. They're up here in Plainville. Well, down in Taunton, the Taunton has one hotel.
Okay.
It's in the Miles Standish Industrial Park, if you know where that is.
Yeah.
It's right on the line with Norton. But the mayor of Taunton, Shauna O'Connell, she's fining the hotel that is housing the immigrants. Your next question is,
Why?
why? Okay.
No
Well,
sprinklers.
they're being fined. First of all, they're being fined $1,000 a day for being about 100 guests over capacity.
She's the one putting them there.
No, I think the governor. I don't know if it's the governor is dispersing them out.
Oh.
Well, you got a hotel down there in Taunton. We're going to put them there, or some of them there. And so, but now, according to the mayor, it's a matter of safety. So, because they're trying to keep the families together.
Uh-huh.
So instead of 4 people to a room, let's say there's 6, mom and dad and 4 kids.
Okay.
Well, there's a few of them doing that, and now our capacity is up over 100. And I don't know if she's getting flack from the fire department, saying, if there's a fire, we're going to look at there's going to be a real issue here if people can't get out because there's too many here. So, is finding the hotel the thing to do? It's the Clarion Hotel, by the way, in case you were wondering. Maura Healy declared a state of emergency. She loves to do that. That is her thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
That is-
yeah.
that's all
Everything's
she
a state of
does.
emergency with her.
Declare state of emergency over a migrant crisis in August. She says Massachusetts is the only state in the country that has the, quote, right to shelter law. So we got the right to shelter law, but now the mayor is finding the hotel, which probably got word from the governor. Hey, can we put some migrants there? Sure, we'll help out. And now they're in trouble. Bizarre.
Wasn't there one of the places where they were sending migrants? There was a fire, and they didn't have a
Yes.
sprinkler system too. Also,
Oh, that I didn't hear. I did hear there was a fire.
there
in
was
one of
there
the
was an
hotels.
issue either with smoke. I want to say I heard no sprinklers. How can you have a place like that with no sprinklers?
They could have been grandfathered in,
Well, maybe, yeah.
and we don't want to
But-
cost money to put those babies in.
They were
so-
built before water was invented.
So, by the way, in the hotel thing, it says she's being fined $1,000 per day, but it doesn't say when it started.
Well, does that mean all the migrants have to be out?
Well, no. Where are they going to go?
Well,
then?
I know, but so you find
I don't
that's
know.
not
I
right.
don't know. They're not being fined. It doesn't bother. Doesn't,
well, no, of course they're
doesn't
not.
affect them.
The people that
so-
are willing to take them in will.
Yeah.
That's
We
defi-
just, we had it on our
that's
national.
definitely not right.
We had it on our national news that the in Chicago, where they also have migrants, they're sleeping in at the police station in the cells. They got nowhere else. They got no place to put them. I'm like, wow. It makes you go, huh?
Yeah, we don't have enough homeless people.
Yeah. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And so now it hasn't. I don't think it's come. I don't think it's come to Rhode Island yet. Are we putting migrants up in hotels here in Rhode Island yet?
Not that I, not
I haven't
that
heard yet.
I haven't heard. I haven't heard.
And because I'm thinking, you know, we got these two motels that are on 146, but they've already got people living in them
Yes.
that are not migrants.
Right. Yeah.
That's just
Kick
where,
'em out.
That's just where they live.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they can afford for right now, and,
Right.
and they've all got cars. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming they all go off to work, and this
Yeah.
is just where they come back to live.
Yeah.
Well, do we kick them out so we can put the migrants there?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. And I always thought, because I said, boy, there's a lot of hotels being built over the last few years, and I noticed it around the Foxborough, Mansfield area. I think we got a lot of hotels. I'm like, how can they all stay in business? And maybe this is why. This is what they were planning back then. We got to build these because this is where we're going to put migrants.
Another conspiracy
know.
theory
Another-
brought to
there
you
you-
by Joe.
That's right. That's right. It's pretty smart of you. Huh?
Yeah.
Now there is a hotel that they just built within the last maybe a little over a year, and it's right next to where the Xfinity Center is. I said it actually makes sense to have this here. It's well within walking distance, and it will do well on certain concert nights. People will book the room there, maybe two, so they can drink as much as they want, stumble back, won't
Yeah.
be in trouble. I go, that's okay for the summertime. What does this out of the way Fairfield Inn, which is what it is, do in the wintertime? Because after
Just
that,
wait.
after that, there's nothing around it to draw attention that it's there. There's no business park or anything like that, and it's weird. It doesn't even face the highway. 495 goes right by it, but it doesn't face it. It faces the other way. So, migrants.
Migrants.
All righty.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way to use it for sure.
Okay. Yeah. They'll say we got plenty of empty rooms, and it's like 4 stories. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it, Ed? That Fairfield Inn, that's in Mansfield.
No, not really.
That's because you can't
Well,
see it from
may-
495.
Yeah, maybe I have seen it. It's off to the left
If you're
as
going
I'm
north-
coming in.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But you really gotta look through the trees.
Yeah, really.
To try and see it.
Yeah.
It's
I
kind of
can't see
difficult.
the forest because of the trees.
Because of the trees, that's right. All right, before we take another break here on the Coffee and Program, I want to bring this up. Another study's been done. This one done by
Oh, good.
Forbes,
We haven't had one in a while.
Forbes Advisor, and they wanted to check out where the most violent and aggressive drivers in the United States are. So they say they polled 200 drivers in every state. Okay, 50 states, 50 times 200. So they got a hold of 10,000 people. Now, this is what they say, all right? And what state comes out as on top of the most aggressive? Things they looked at, by the way, as you're thinking, topics include being forced off the road, being cursed at, being involved in a fight outside the vehicle. What state comes in number 1? Ed?
Can't be Massachusetts.
It is not Massachusetts. You want
It's-
to take a shot?
I want to say Rhode Island.
It is not Rhode Island. Linda?
New York,
It is not New York. This surprises me. Arizona.
Arizona.
I don't know what is going on in Arizona. I don't know if it's the heat
The heat is getting to them.
or what. But Arizona comes out on top as
Really?
the number 1. Most violent and aggressive drivers in the United States are in Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah. Rhode Island comes in number 2.
Really?
We almost made it. Yes.
Number 2?
Number 2. Number 2 in the country.
Gee, number 2
Rhode
in
Island.
something, I think. It's not even good.
Yeah.
You have to try harder.
Massachusetts doesn't make it into the top 5. I wish I had the top 10, but I don't. But West Virginia in 3rd, Virginia in 4th, Oklahoma in 5th.
Oklahoma. See, that's another
That was
that
wide
why?
open state.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
open?
really.
Why would you? You
know,
don't need to be. Everybody
She
used
should be able to drive for 3 hours without meeting another car.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's like that, but
Huh.
West Virginia. Well, Virginia, I can see it's on the East Coast here. West Virginia, a lot of mountains in West Virginia, but okay, I can kind of see it. And of course, growing up in Rhode Island, I've seen the aggressiveness
Oh my, yes.
of some of
yeah.
the Rhode
Yeah.
Island drivers. So,
Yeah.
and I still run into people from Massachusetts who are scared to drive. Oh no, I got to drive down to Rhode Island. I hate dealing with Rhode Island drivers. Same thing, I guess, with Rhode Island drivers. I hate dealing with Massachusetts drivers. It's a real back and forth there. All right, we're going to break time here in the Coffee and program, so it's time for a look at the forecast, which is being brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 72 degrees. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low of 52. Wednesday's weather sunny with a high of 73. Thursday, sunshine and 73. Friday, mostly sunny and 72. Saturday, mostly cloudy and a high of 67 degrees. Sunday, a slight chance of showers, more clouds than sun with a high of 69. And on Monday, cloudy skies and 70 degrees.
Currently outside the Navigate Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street with sunny skies. We have 59 degrees. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Hi, I'm Kathleen LaValle at The Honey Shop. Check out our Facebook page at The Honey Shop RI, and there you'll see a whole list of our new classes and lots of fun things to do. You could join us for making limoncello, pizzas, pasta making, cheese making, so many fun things to do and learn.
Thanks, Kathy. Folks, if you love food, you'll love the Honey Shop, right behind the Dunkin' Donuts at Park Square in Woonsocket.
Guiding and assisting a family as they honor and celebrate the life of someone they love is our mission at Menard Locouture Funeral Homes. From personalized memorial cards, video tributes, to individual requests, such as the presence of sporting gear or even a motorcycle in front of the funeral home, we are able to walk with you as you make decisions at a difficult time. As you plan a loving remembrance for one close to you, Menard Locouture Funeral Home will be there for you.
You can't vote for them if they're not on the ballot. Nominate today at bestoftheblackstonevalley.com.
Alrighty, it is Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here, along with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. It's pretty funny watching Linda work her phone because we brought up the whole thing about what about using the money that would use to adopt Scouters Hall for seniors, using that money to get rid of the asbestos at the Hallowell School. Linda, you checked in with John Beauregard. John's on the town council in North Smithfield, and he's saying, no, that's not true.
No, that's not true. Where did you hear it? And then I said, it was brought up. I'm on the radio. Absolutely not.
Okay, so
there you
I'm
go.
trying to get information from
But
Mr.
I got
Richards
another.
here.
I got another text about the Rhode Island drivers.
Oh, okay.
Joanne, it's the tourists that make Rhode Island drivers look bad. Rhode Island drivers are cautious.
Ah, it's those New
See,
Jersey
that-
and New York
yeah,
plates.
Yeah.
That makes us go crazy.
Thank you, Joanne.
All right, so if I get any more information, we'll certainly pass it
Oh
along.
yes, we will. I
And
will.
see,
I will investigate it further.
All right,
but
Dave said he read it in the call.
he read it in the call.
Yes. So,
Really? Who wrote it?
well, they only have a couple of writers, so we're
Yeah, I
looking
know.
at Joe Nato or Stella Lawrence over there at the call.
Joe would
this
have
is,
called me. Joe
this
Nato
is
calls me all the
Sunday's
time.
call.
Yeah.
It's not today's call,
Yeah.
so probably back on
didn't see it.
Saturday's
Okay.
call. Dave thinks Stella wrote it, so Stella Lawrence.
Oh, Stella. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if-
because Joe Nato would
if
call
you can
me.
if you can find Saturday's call,
Saturday's call.
or tell John Burke,
Let me
go
tell
find
him.
Saturday's call and
All
have him
right.
take a look at there.
All right, enough with my phone, but I will tell John to call Stella and say.
All right. Well, they had a little fun at Davies Career and Technical High School yesterday.
Yes.
School had to be evacuated. Why? There was a concerning odor.
Odor. Yeah.
Never heard it put that way. We can't figure out what it is. Usually say, well, that's natural gas.
It's a gas. Yeah.
No, they would say it's
They
natural gas.
they
but-
usually do.
Yeah, but that's not what they said. Students were taken to nearby CCRI campus, which is right around the corner.
Yeah.
So that was easy for them to get there. There were no reported injuries, and the cause of the odor is under investigation. They don't say what the odor was or where it was coming from. It's just enough that it affected the school. And so that's it. We got to get the kids out of here because something's up, and we can't figure out what it is. All right then. Now, just a public service announcement. You have to be careful driving around. I know in Pawtucket and in Providence, but the automated speed cameras are activated.
David,
In fact, I'm so trained now, Ed, that when I see the cameras are up, even in the summertime,
you slow down.
I'm down to 20 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Usually around 18. I go even slower because I have no idea when the cameras are actually working.
Yeah.
And they're pointed right at you, and there's the big yellow sign says speed cameras are in place. All right. Now it's not for a long period of time, which is good. But yeah.
Where is this now?
Well, the
They
automated
added more,
cameras
yeah.
are back working in Providence,
Providence.
but Pawtucket has them as well.
Yeah. And
At
didn't
every school.
And Providence added more.
Did
I
they?
believe. Yeah, I believe they did. Yeah.
It doesn't say.
No.
It just says they were activated this morning.
Yeah.
They'll operate on a weekday basis between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m., which is not right because school gets out at 2.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, and anyone going 11 miles per hour or faster over the speed limit gets a $50 ticket
Yeah.
in the mail. I didn't know you had that much leeway.
Yeah.
Why am I slowing down to 20?
Yeah, 11.
I should be
yeah,
going 25
11
at
miles.
least. So, okay. Over $2.5 million in tickets were issued last year. So it
was a
It is
moneymaker.
a real moneymaker.
Yeah, moneymaker.
And full disclosure, I was caught one time
Right.
in Pawtucket
Yeah.
on a speed camera. Got a $50 ticket in the mail.
Yeah.
And but in my defense, it was like 11 in the morning. There was no one out at recess. The street was wide open. No one was near me. No one was coming behind me. I could tell that because they send you a picture of your car. There's nobody around me, and I think I was going 35. But I was in the camera zone.
Yeah.
You got to be going 20. There I am, well over 11 miles an hour.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I was sent a $50 ticket.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
So I paid it
Well, yeah.
because I got really no way to fight this.
Well,
kind of
there's
thing.
there's nothing you can do.
No, it's definitely my car and it's definitely my license plate. It's real nice.
But were
sharp
you
and
driving
crisp.
it?
Yes.
Definitely your picture
It was
in there.
Well, they don't take a picture of you.
Just the car.
It's just the picture of your back license plate,
Yeah.
not even the front.
So technically, it
Back
could
license
be.
plate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the camera was behind me somehow. At least that's what they sent me.
Interesting.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, you can't tell who's driving, but it's got the date and the time.
Yeah.
And so it was me. someone didn't take my car and race through the speed
Yeah.
camera and then give the car back to me. No, it was definitely me. So that's why I'm conditioned though. Anytime, especially
Yeah.
if I'm in Pawtucket.
Well, I think that's the
That's where I
the
got
plan.
caught.
That's the plan.
and it's working.
It's working.
And
yeah.
I keep waiting for someone behind me to honk or something like that. But I've noticed we all do the same. Because once you start going 20 and the car behind you starts going 20, the space between you and the car behind you gets longer and longer. So we're all doing the same thing, going down to 20.
Yeah.
And okay, and it's only for, like I said, 100 yards maybe. So it's not really that far. So
Yeah.
it doesn't bother you. So, but I know where to do it. I know exactly where to slow down every single time.
That's what they wanted.
Yep. It's I've been conditioned. All right. Let's see. There's a college fair. In case you have anybody that's in a senior in high school, taking place today. This used to take place at McCoy Stadium
Really?
for a few years. I know because I brought my son to it, and it was great because there's like 100 colleges there from all over New England, and he was able to see different colleges from all over the state, and it's how he found the college he wanted to go to by
Really?
going to one
Yeah.
of these fairs.
Huh.
I said, "Oh, that's so cool." But tonight it's at Warwick Mall, since you can't do anything at McCoy Stadium anymore. So between 6 and 8 p.m., and it is a great way to see a lot of colleges all at one time. And I wish I could go, but my daughter's got some other college things to do that I have to do with her tonight, so I can't make it down there. And it was funny because when my son graduated from college, this is what he did. He got a job with the college he graduated from, and he was like an ambassador, for lack of a better word. And he went to different college fairs around New England, and he went as far south as New York City to participate, to get people to come to. He's basically recruiting to get people.
He's
to get people to come up. Okay, what are you interested in doing for a major or a career? Okay, either yes, we have that, or no, we don't. You should go look someplace else.
Yeah.
His big spiel was they were very environmentally conscious, so those people were very interested in his stuff. But he used to tell me that just the bizarrest or the funniest questions that he would get from students.
Yeah.
And the craziest one was, it was from a girl who came up and said, "What are the school colors?" And he's like, "Well, first of all, you can tell by all the literature we have and stuff like that." Because, well, it's green and white. And she
says,
said,
"I don't look good in green."
No, green's not for me. She walked away. I'm like, "Wow, are you serious?" I'm like, "No, that was a real question with a real answer." And she did. I wanted nothing to do with them because the school colors were wrong.
We're wrong. Yep.
Didn't matter what they offered academically. It was the
Gotta look good.
Wow. And the other thing that bothered him, there'd be the mom and the dad and the kid, and the parents are asking all the questions. And
that's
so
wrong.
He would try to answer to the child to get them to see how involved they are.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, no, they're not involved at all, but the parents are.
The parents are picking the college.
They're picking the college, and they're picking up all the materials to take away. I'm like, and as they're walking away, he's like, I hope they don't apply to my school.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that anymore. And but I loved hearing those stories. Those stories were great of the crazy stories. Of course, he was also way up in Maine. And as soon as people realize, here we are, and here's where the school is, oh, no, it's way too far away. That's a 6-hour drive. That's a 4-hour drive. No, forget it. All right, other things going on in the news. Dell's Lemonade has a new flavor. It's not pumpkin spiced.
Oh, good.
However, it is fall flavored apple cider frozen lemonade. I wonder how it would be.
Apple.
I like apple juice.
I like apple cider.
Well, there you go.
But
You might like this.
They also have a Dell's Lemonade in a can now with
that's alcohol, though, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of
No,
something
but
else.
it's effervescent.
Yeah.
They've added bubbles to
Bubbles
it,
to
and I'm
it.
like, yeah. Well, there was
Sparkling water?
a grocery store up in North Smithfield had a grand opening, and you know how they have all taste this, taste that.
Yeah.
And the man was there, the Dell's Lemonade person was there, and he's trying to tell me, boy, we put bubbles in this, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that to Dell's Lemonade? Just let it be.
People like bubbles.
Want to try it? I said, no, thank you. I'm a traditionalist.
Well, the apple cider frozen lemonade is now available at select unspecified
Frozen
locations.
lemonade. Oh, that's okay.
That's all they serve.
Yeah,
is the
that's
frozen
true.
stuff.
Yeah.
But you got to hurry because most Dell's Lemonade locations they close by the end of October.
They do.
It's just too cold.
Yeah.
People don't want frozen lemonade
No,
when it's
no,
30
they
degrees
don't. No, they
outside.
don't. No.
It's just way too chilly.
Yeah.
All right, but apple cider actually sounds pretty good. All right, Ed, we mentioned about Maura Healey, and she loves to make emergency proclamations. Another thing she likes to do, she likes to make executive orders.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
And she's issued 2, and it's because of the climate crisis.
Oh, the plastic bottles?
Yes, the Boston Globe reported one of the executive orders bans all state agencies from buying single-use plastic bottles. They cannot buy a case of. Let me put me in. They cannot buy a case of these.
State agencies?
State agencies cannot go out and buy this. I don't know what they're supposed to buy. Jugs of water?
Probably, those big water things.
Oh, the 5-gallon ones.
Yeah, the ones that
Okay.
you can go and get. Yeah.
That's okay. But we can't bring cases of water. Okay. And the second one establishes goals over the next 30 years to protect wildlife from climate change threats. You know, animals are the best at adapting to whatever's going on. They don't complain. They just see what's changed and they change. There's nothing we, as humans, have to do. Animals are great at this.
Yeah.
But we have an executive order. I don't know how the animals are going to address the executive order. Can't read it. She's a beauty.
She's yeah.
Well,
She's on TV a lot.
well, she was in New York City yesterday going over this. She says there's over 430 species in the state of Massachusetts that are on the endangered list.
Of what? Species of
430
just
species of
different
animals.
species, yeah?
Yeah,
Different species.
that are endangered. Like, is the eagle still on the endangered list?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
But what else? What else are we looking
Turkeys
at?
surely aren't. Have you seen
No, oh,
ton
no,
of
they're
turkeys? They're
everywhere.
everywhere.
Wild turkeys? Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Not the brightest
everywhere.
animal going either.
Huh?
Not the brightest animal going. They walk right at your car.
They're very spicy.
Some
Talk about aggressive drivers.
Some
you
are
know.
aggressive. That's right. They come up and
They
they
are.
peck at your tires. It's like that.
Yeah.
They don't like you. So yeah. So we'll see what happens with
Well,
the
you know, a
wildlife.
lot of things that have affected the animals too is like, you know, development.
Yes.
Yeah.
Development is really probably more than, well, I don't know about as much as climate change or whatever, but development. I mean,
That's
that's
why
why we're seeing bears,
Bears,
you know,
coyotes.
yeah, you
foxes.
know, yeah, all of the above.
Yeah.
Because why?
You keep building.
We're building in their property,
Yeah.
and
I mean, one of the things this happened in my town. There was a big open space with a pond that was in the middle of the open space. When you drove by it, you could see the deer coming out. This is where they drank from, and I'm sure a lot of other animals came out there. Well, they wanted to build a strip mall there. This is Mansfield Crossing.
Yeah.
If you've
Yeah.
ever been there, there's a Kohl's and there's a Michael's and there's a LL Bean and Bertucci's and like that. But the best thing they did is they built around the pond, so it's still there and the animals can still use it. I'm not sure if they do because they
do
can't see
they
it too
probably, yeah,
well. I
probably
don't know.
not.
I can't see. There's a building in the way to see it from the
and if
road.
there's a lot of people around, they're not
I
going to
know,
do it.
but that night,
Yeah.
maybe they'll
But you
come
know,
out.
when
I'm
I see
glad it's
that
still
happen,
there.
you know, they put those strip malls, things like that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when, you know, everybody's shopping on the internet, and so now you've got a little concrete jungle there, you know, and for what purpose? They
I keep waiting for the state of Massachusetts to come out to Route 295 because there's still two signs on 295 north and south right before Route 1 that says expect backups at the next exit. For when people used to go to Emerald Square Mall.
Yeah.
Some
Yes,
people still,
yes,
and
yeah.
I remember the incredible backups that used to happen.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I would say over the last 3
Yeah.
Christmas seasons, nothing.
Yeah.
There's been no backup at
And
all.
I liked, that was a good mall, Emerald.
Well, when they had
Emerald.
its stores.
Yeah,
in
when
there,
they, yeah, exactly, when they had stores.
Now it's down to
No, but
10.
you know, that's a good example. You
Yeah.
know, well, we had Lincoln Mall that used to be thriving
Yeah.
too, and you know,
They've done a better job of changing
they have.
and
yeah.
accommodating and going
Yeah.
with the times. And
Yeah.
let's put in a bowling alley
Yeah, right.
and a really good movie theater.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really going to help.
Yeah,
Emerald Square, they still got some stores, and
yeah.
they've tried to change a little with more services.
Yeah.
There's a dentist in there now,
Yeah.
and there's eyebrow
But it
threading
used to
in
be
there
a
and
really,
things like that.
I used
be
to
really thriving,
really
thriving.
nice mall. Yeah,
I mean,
and
you
I
could-
don't like malls, but that I
3
like that
stories,
was
every store was full.
Yeah.
You know, I remember
Yeah.
those days. All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming up, so we ask you to please stick around. 766-1240 for comments and questions.
The Valley Breeze has been a local news leader since its founding in 1996, and more people are reading our stories today than ever before. We believe our mission of making our community stronger by telling their stories is not just a tagline, but a way of life for our staff as they connect with you, our loyal readers and advertisers. Our team thanks you for always reading, always reaching out, and always helping toward our shared vision. Check out any of our 5 editions or visit valleybreeze.com for more.
Nominations are pouring in for the Best of the Blackstone Valley. It's here and time for you to let your voice be heard. Nominate and support your favorite businesses at bestoftheblackstonevalley.com. Got a favorite restaurant? Nominate them. Love where you bought your car or those new shoes? Nominate them for the Best of the Blackstone Valley. Couldn't live without your gym or a favorite plumber? Nominate them too. Nominate today and until October 4th at 5 p.m. for the bestoftheblackstonevalley.com.
It is Coffee and ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Ed Carew and Linda Tebow. Well, they had a little excitement at Disney World.
What happened?
Did you hear about this, Ed? A little excitement down at Disney?
No, what happened?
The Walt Disney World theme park, they're back to its regular operations. There was a bear, a live bear, spotted in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
Now, if you know the Magic Kingdom, it was spotted over in Frontierland, kind of near Tom Sawyer's Island.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he's hanging out in the water. I don't know if there's any food in there, but he was going after something. So Disney people had to call in the Florida Wildlife and Game people commission to come in and capture it. It did get into a backstage area near Frontierland. Disney had to temporarily close down a portion of the park. Frontierland, Liberty Square, and parts of Adventureland. You can't go there because and so the joke is, well, he was trying to get in to see the Country Bear Jamboree and sing along. So experts believe the animal was most likely looking for food.
Of course.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because they're normally trying to pack on the extra weight now because the winter is coming. Florida Fish and Wildlife said the bear will be relocated to a nearby national forest. And what's amazing is that a bear has made it that far south. I didn't think they would go that far south. It's just too hot.
Yeah.
But I'm not up on my bear
Yeah.
habits. You know? So it made it all the way to Orlando. So if there's one, there's got to be more in Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. Bears in Florida.
Yeah, I
Hanging
saw
out in the woods.
on the news maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago, where a woman was going out with her dog at night, and as she left her apartment, there was a bear right out there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
In Florida.
in Florida. Yeah,
What
Yeah,
are
I
they
did.
doing in Florida? Yeah.
I thought I didn't know that bear. No, I mean I was always under the impression
Bears were in
that
the mountains.
bears were in Florida.
Really? Oh, you
Yeah.
were? Okay, I wasn't. I just thought it was too warm for them, and they didn't like it, so they...
I think
but
bears-
apparently wrong.
I think bear are in,
Can go anywhere.
Yeah, I think they are in all continental United
In
States.
every state.
For
Oh.
sure.
Okay.
We'll have to ask Siri.
Even in the flat states in the Midwest, like Iowa and things like that, would you find bears natural to that state? I don't know. But yeah, well, it's so funny that they must have joked about it. No, there's a bear over there. Oh, okay, yeah, you're kidding around. But but what's really bizarre when you're down, if you haven't visited Disney in a while, there's all sorts of posts and ropes and netting that goes around all their waterways, and there's signs up all over the place. Beware alligators and snakes
Yeah. Yeah.
live here.
Yeah.
So no going in the water.
No.
And if you see one, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't throw things at it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be here. So
Yeah.
okay, just be aware. Now, Ed,
Here's your answer.
what's the answer? Ed,
The
on
Florida
bears?
Fish and Wildlife
Yep.
Commission
Yep.
estimates a bit more than 4,000 black bears inhabit the state.
Wow.
Really?
All right.
Wow.
A lot more than one.
That's a lot. That's
So if there's one in Florida-
3,999 more.
Well,
Good
they
with
didn't kill
numbers.
this one. But if there's 4,000 there, just keep going north. You know, Georgia and the Carolinas. So there's going to be bears in every state going right up to Maine.
Wow.
They just walk along the Appalachian
Yeah.
Trail. It's
Yeah,
nice and
probably.
easy.
Yeah, nice and easy. Yeah.
Let's get from state to state, and we're good to go.
Yep.
All right. Who goes on cruises?
Not me.
Not me.
No?
Been there, done that. Don't like them.
But you've been on one, huh?
I've been on 3.
3. Okay, Linda, been on
Never
any?
been on one.
Okay,
Don't
neither.
want to.
Neither have I.
I'm not missing nothing.
Okay, you probably won't go on this one, Ed. The world's largest cruise ship.
Oh, especially large cruise ships.
This is the biggest. Will set sail from South Florida next year. Royal Caribbean is already accepting bookings for the Icon of the Seas due to high demand. Travelers can reserve a 7-night trip on board the the 20-deck high ship.
Oh my God, no.
This is a tall ship. It will be able to take on 7,600 passengers. That's the passengers. That's not the crew.
Crew, wow.
So there's 10,000 people going to be on this ship.
You and your special
At least.
friends, right?
Yeah. Now the cruise is going to go and they're going to leave Miami. Miami. Going to hit the Dominican Republic as well as San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it will set sail from Miami, maiden voyage, January 27th, 2024. No, I don't have anything on how much it will cost to be on this. And I saw the Poseidon Adventure a number of times. And if the ship is 20 decks high, I should say 20 feet, 20 decks high, I hope it's certainly balanced out on the bottom where this doesn't tip over. And what if they hit rough seas?
You know,
But I hope the engineers are in charge. They
people
know
go
what
on
they're
a
doing.
cruise to get away and to relax. How can to go on a ship that can hold that many people? How does one go about finding quiet time and relaxing and
There's a lot
peaceful?
of towns in the United States that don't have 7,600
No,
people.
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's
You couldn't pay me to go on
On that ship,
No,
too
you
many,
couldn't
there's
pay
too
me.
many.
way.
no way.
No
But you
way.
don't know the amenities. Neither do I.
I don't care. The only good thing about a cruise is when they go into port somewhere and everybody gets
They
off the
leave,
ship
and you don't.
you stay. Right? Then you get to enjoy the ship.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Yeah, especially with that,
All
it
right.
can hold that many people.
And I bet it's a sellout. If they're selling
God,
tickets now here in
good-
September
good
for this
them.
coming January.
Yeah, no, it's not for me. Not for me.
Oh, okay. But I do know people that have been on the cruise that leaves from Boston and cruises to Bermuda. I forget which the line
Yeah.
is that does it. But they went on it. They went from Boston to Bermuda and back. And when they were getting off the boat, they ran into someone they knew. And they had no idea that both of them were on the boat for the
Really?
entire trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But if you're on with 7,600 of your closest friends,
That's what I mean. You and your
you're
closest
probably only
friends.
going to run
yeah.
into 10
Wow.
people that you know.
Wow.
But 20 decks, and so normally it's like what, 10 or 12 are your decks for ships. So 20. That's a biggie. That's a big ship. So I'll wait for the maiden voyage to go and see what happens, and then I've never been on a cruise either, so
No, I haven't. And I really
Don't
have
want
no
to.
desire
no
to.
desire.
No.
Okay. So some people have this kind of patience, and others don't. I do not. But a Texas woman is celebrating her completion of a Disney-themed jigsaw puzzle. It took her more than 3 years to complete. Why? It's a 40,000 piece jigsaw puzzle. It's 20 feet long and it's 6 feet wide.
Wow.
Who has a room that's 20
I
feet
was going
long?
to say, where did she? Where's the big
Well, it's
table?
not on a
You
card
need-
table,
no,
is it?
No,
So
you need a really big
It's got to be in.
table.
It's got to be in a room. Anyway, it took her more than 3 years. Emily Seidel, she's 29. She's a puzzle enthusiast.
I
Obviously.
guess, yeah.
Started assembling the 40,000 piece puzzle in February of 2020 because she was at home with the pandemic. Was starting. Wasn't going to leave the house. Needed something to do.
Right.
And so she started putting it together. And the finished puzzle, 20 feet long, 6 feet wide. It's got characters from Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, The Little Mermaid, and Bambi. So that is one huge puzzle, and good for her for completing it. But it did take 3 years. Dave Richards has popped into the coffee and studio with his
I wouldn't
laptop.
exactly call it popped. I walked.
He walked in.
I walked.
Did you have
I
something?
was upright. I
of
didn't pop, though.
relative importance to bring along that you want to read?
Well, it depends. If it's
Okay.
important, I'll be on camera.
That's right. So we'll do this right over here. There you are.
Oh, then it's important then.
Let's put you on.
Just received an email a few moments ago
Okay.
from North Smithfield Town Councilor Paulette Hamilton, a lady who used to do the job that you used to do, too.
Yes.
All right. And she says, Dave, I assume no one has contacted you about this yet this morning. So if they have not, Please tell them that it's official and we're going with the $18 million bond on November 7th, this November, on the ballot.
It will be on the
Oh,
ballot
for
for
the
the police
police, yeah.
station. All right.
And there's information she continues in this email, and I know you're very tight on time right now. The ballot vote will be on November 7th. There are all kinds of details that we'll be announcing, and believe me, folks, we're going to make sure that a lot of this stuff gets on the radio. Then there are public information centers, information events on September 20th, which is what? Wednesday, tomorrow?
Yes.
Cool. All right. October 2nd and November 24th, educational forums about it with pictures and all the rest of that stuff. So you can always go to the website for the town and find out more. But that's official now. We got it straight from an official of the town.
All right, there,
Did
Dave.
you know it, Linda, that they
Well, I
decided
figured
yesterday?
they were. I
Well, we kind of figured it, but we
Yeah,
didn't
I
get any
figured.
confirmation. Yesterday was the deadline to make a decision.
Yeah, I figured. I did not hear that they weren't going to, so I assumed
Right.
that it was a positive.
So it's
myself.
official. They're moving forward in North
Yeah.
Smithfield to the ballot to ask
Yeah.
the voters for authority to borrow the money to build a new police station.
All right.
And it's up to the voters now to be educated and make their decisions.
It's up to North Smithfield to get out to the people to get them to go vote.
Well, the town council just did.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
We got.
Yeah, no.
That's
it-
a good thing.
Well, they had already planned those open forums, you know,
Yes.
for people.
Well, of course.
So that people could know all the details of it.
All right. We have run out of time here on the Coffee and program, so we thank you for listening in. Linda Tebow, thanks for coming in.
My pleasure.
All right, Dave, thanks for coming in. Just say hi.
It's a pleasure.
All right, Ed Carew, thanks for joining us as well here on Coffee and.
Thanks for inviting me.
All right, this is Joe Callahan. Have yourself a great day, and stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember us at 9:30 here on ON Radio?
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news. The Norfolk, Massachusetts District Attorney's Office is investigating the death of a New England patriot